Hey witches! This week we're releasing some insider Patreon bonus content instead of a regular episode. As you know, we just wrapped Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, so we're taking a little breather before coming back in 2 weeks with a new episode to kick off Season 6, all about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. If you like what you hear in this episode, head on over to patreon.com/ohwitchplease to become part of our Wizarding World Feminist Utopia, the $10 a month tier that grants you access to unedited episodes from our original run, bonus episodes, and Witch Please Tell Me Q&As. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your support.
Witch please, make it make sense to me. Because a muggle in me just wants to know. Witch please, make it make sense to me. Because a muggle in me just wants to know.
Hello and welcome to another Patreon bonus edition of Witch Please Tell Me. I'm Hannah.
I'm Marcel.
And we are back again with some more questions that we have accumulated on Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real rapid fire question gathering this time around because we remembered this morning. But you know what? I've got some real gems.
You know what? This community of listeners never ceases to impress me. The hard-hitting and awesome questions on a moment's notice. But I have a suggestion.
Go.
I have a lot of incredible questions here that are not at all related to Harry Potter. And so I suggest that I only ask questions that have nothing to do with Harry Potter.
I mean, that's incredible. I have a couple that aren't about Harry Potter. So we could do a very special Witch Please Tell Me absolutely no Harry Potter content.
And then we'll save the Harry Potter content for next month.
Yeah, next month. It's a very special reward. All right, I'm ready. Actually, I have just one. So it's going to be mostly you. Oh, no, wait, two?
Two? Okay.
I found a second one. Two. I've got two, but they're both really good.
Okay. All right. So then maybe I'll go first because I have so many.
Yeah.
Okay. This is great. This question comes from Instagram user Aline Cecilia, who asks, current fave lipstick.
Ooh, you know what? What I've been wearing the absolute most of lately is a new line of lipstick from Cheekbone Beauty, which is an amazing Indigenous-owned beauty company located in Canada, but I'm pretty sure you can ship it into other places as well.
I have seen reviews from America.
Amazing. Maybe you can get it in Europe. Who knows? But it's a really great company. And so their original line was primarily liquid lipsticks, but they have just released a new line of eco-friendly lipsticks. And so they wanted to make sure 100% their lipstick is always vegan and sort of, you know, made from good ingredients, but they wanted to release a line that is like biodegradable packaging as well. That's, I think, hard to do with liquid lipstick. So they released a line of cream lipsticks, and they are so good. They are just a beautiful formula. They're very moist, but they have remarkable stain power. Stain power. I can't speak highly enough of them. The one I wear most, I don't actually have here because it is at my desk because I wear almost every day. It's my just throw on lipstick. But they're great. And Cheekbone Beauty, honestly, they're liquid lipsticks as well. Incredible.
Amazing. I, too, am a big fan of Cheekbone Beauty. I think, Hannah, you were the person who first told me about them.
Probably.
And obviously, I am classic millennial. I will buy pretty much anything that's advertised to me on Instagram. So I own a very large collection of Cheekbone Beauty liquid lipsticks and glosses. I have one of the sustainable lipsticks, which I've only tried once, but I'm just I'm so over the moon and enchanted by the lip glosses because I actually normally hate lip gloss. I never wear it. I don't understand the point of it. But they have this one shade that's called Sweetgrass, and I can't stop wearing it.
Incredible.
It's such a perfect shade, and it is so lightweight, and it's not sticky, and it smells nice, and it doesn't like gum up my teeth. Anyway, yeah.
Their bright pink liquid lipstick, Alanis, is
Oh yeah.
just breathtaking. This has been a totally non-sponsored ad for Cheekbone Beauty.
Have you tried Sonia? Because I feel like you would also really love Sonia.
I haven't tried Sonia.
It looks similar on the website. It looks similar to Alanis, but it's much more purple.
Ooh.
And it's stunning.
You know what? I need something that's halfway between pink and purple. Mm-hmm. That's a missing color, like place in the color wheel for me, because when I want that perfect pink purple mix, I actually layer on 2 different lipsticks and blend them.
I mean, that's also really smart because I never go through my lipsticks.
Yeah,
They
I should probably just keep blending. I don't need more. I have so many that I've started cycling them in and out like a spring and winter wardrobe.
I admire that.
Thank you. I was like, these are colors I don't really wear in the summer, so we'll just put them away. They'll come back in the fall.
Just roll them in a trunk under my bed.
You're not wrong. Okay, here is my question for you. This is from Stephanie, who has an accent, who asks, get ready for this question, it's going to blow your mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you keep your eating chocolate in the fridge or pantry?
Okay, you know why this question is incredible?
Why?
My wonderful and amazing sister-in-law, Jillian, I observed over the last year, she keeps her eating chocolate in the refrigerator, which is not a thing I've ever seen or considered before.
I had also never heard of it. I got this question and I was like, what? And then there's all people being like, ooh, personally, I'm a room temperature chocolate person. And I don't, sorry, I mean, that was Stephanie's response, actually. I mock you not. It's just blowing my mind that that's a thing.
Okay, so remember last summer, about a year ago.
Oh, I remember you ordering $100 worth of American chocolate bars. Of course,
Yes.
I'll never forget.
So obviously I did the thing that I do, which is that I consumed them to a point where I hated them. And so I have the remnants of them in the deep freezer, but that's not the same thing. That's not what this person is asking.
That is not the same. That is like if you
No.
want to freeze chocolate so that it's good later, that is an entirely different situation than you like to eat your eating chocolate. I mean, the phrase eating chocolate, mwah. Incredible. But you want to eat your eating chocolate out of the fridge, which the only situation in which chocolate should be cold is when it's
ice cream?
mixed into ice cream. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a really sad story?
I don't know. Do our Patreon supporters want to hear a really sad story?
It does involve me saying that I'm pregnant, which is fine. Some people probably know that, but some of you may not. But
Hey, that's our best Patreon exclusive.
hot tip. So as people may know from previous episodes, I normally don't like sweets, but when I'm pregnant, I really do. And I've been really emotionally invested in chocolate ice cream in a way that I am not normally. And I bought from the grocery store a very large tub of limited edition chocolate raspberry salted fudge or something like that. Anyway, I was really, really, really jazzed about it.
Okay.
And after eating a very large helping, I looked at the ingredients.
You realized there was gluten in it?
I read that there was gluten and I was like, how can there be gluten where could the gluten be? And so then it was just it wasn't even may contain, it just straight up said it contains gluten. And so I scroll through the list of ingredients, and one of the ingredients is literally just wheat flour.
What was it in?
It's just wheat flour mixed into the delicious ice cream.
That can't possibly be true. It must have been like a thickener in the fudge layer or something. They made this gluten-free ice cream, and then they were like, don't add the flour.
Ooh. You know what this ice cream is missing? Flour.
Oh no, did it make you super sick?
I don't know, because I already, don't feel great most of the time.
Oh, because you're pregnant, so you're already, yeah.
Yeah. But I did have to request that everybody else in the house please eat it as quickly as possible, because I have no self-control.
Like, eat it as quickly as possible out of my line of sight.
Yeah. Tell me it's gross. I know that you'll be lying, because it's delicious. But
Sorry, I hope you can replace it with delicious gluten-free ice cream soon.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
You deserve all the ice cream.
You know what? Everybody deserves ice cream.
Let's answer some more questions.
Okay. I have a culinary question for you.
Okay.
This question comes from Instagram user MKY1E, which is maybe M. Kyle.
No, it's Marshall.
Oh, it's Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Marshall.
Hi, Marshall. We don't know each other, but I appreciate you asking this question. Okay, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Are baking and roasting the same thing?
No.
Why?
Like, the oven is functioning in the same way. The difference is what the oven is doing to the thing you've put in it.
Okay.
So if you are roasting, it's just taking a whole of something and making that thing cooked. Whereas when you are baking, the thing is transforming through its process of heating. I mean, not that becoming cooked is not a transformation, but like a cake has like a chemical reaction to being baked.
Right. Baking is chemistry.
I think maybe everything's in chemistry. Chemistry. I'm really worried ever since I said time isn't real, and then a bunch of physicists were like, yes, it is.
No, they're wrong. Time is a social construct.
They were like, relativity doesn't work without time. And I was like, sounds made up. Anyway, you bake a potato, Oh, wait, no, that just broke my whole argument. I just proved the opposite of what I was saying. Oh, Marshall, they're the same thing.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Okay.
Marcel, did you know Marshall and I made a podcast together?
I knew of it, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it's called Bad Choices. It's about the good place.
Oh, I love that. This is a delightful plug for your other podcast.
Everybody go check it out. We made one season and then a pandemic happened. Okay, another question. I'm going to give you another one.
Okay.
So many more are arriving as we record.
It's like they know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can they hear us?
Yeah, I think they can hear us because they're talking about how it's controversial. I actually recently attended a chocolate tasting where the pros addressed this. Room temp is preferable so the fats don't separate from the milk solids. Only exception is with peanut butter cups or if room temp is too hot.
Listeners can't see this, but I'm making a face that says, oh.
Yeah, that face definitely says, All right, this is from Anita Fajita.
Okay.
Who asks 3 questions. You can answer all of them or any of them.
Okay.
What book changed your life? Where do your cats' names come from? What are your thoughts on fanfic?
Okay. What book changed my life? I feel like this is going to be an extremely basic white girl feminist answer.
Okay.
But it is, in fact, the case that the paperback version of Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues did actually change my life. I had never seen it. I had never heard of it. I saw it probably in a chapters. It was an extremely basic experience. And I read the book, and it revolutionized my way of thinking about myself as a woman person, as a human, as a sexed person. I don't even know if I was a feminist before I read it. I think I might have been, but I think I also might have been like, I don't like feminism. I can't remember because the book was it's so central to like the beginnings of my feminist journey.
Yeah, it was one of those, I can't remember the name, but my ex was a education scholar, and she taught me this phrase for like a pedagogical experience where it changes your understanding so profoundly that once you understand that thing, you can't remember what it's like not to.
Yes.
Literacy is an example, right? Once you can read, you can no longer look at letters and remember what it was like to not understand what they did.
That makes total sense. Yeah.
Political learning can do a similar thing.
So I mean, just to be clear, I would certainly not say that The Vagina Monologues is a perfect text.
No, but I think you can say, you know, this is a book that I found at the time that it was able to like really teach me something significant. And since then I have gone on to be somebody who has like learned to complicate things like, you know, cis normativity within feminism and like, but that in some ways you became the person who could understand those things and complicate those things and cared enough to complicate those things because you had an entry point.
Yeah. So true. What about you, Hannah?
Oh, the book I go to is sort of an equivalent, which is to say the book that I read and had a like, feminism.
Ooh.
And I read it when I was in grade 8.
Whoa.
I was raised by a real feminist. Like she was making sure, like she gave me Our Bodies, Ourselves when I was 12. Very sort of classic hippie feminist mom. But I had unlimited access to my parents' bookshelves. And in grade 8, I read Gertrude Stein's The Autobiography of Alice B. Toklas. Which it's a sort of novel/memoir by Stein written as though it's the autobiography of her partner, Alice. And it was like, I think probably the first queer text I ever read.
Wow.
Or like one of the first for sure, and was also about this like Paris in between the wars and like this radical artist culture and all of these people like shaking off the norms of what they thought their lives should look like and instead just being gay and making art and living in attics and drinking wine. And I just was like, yes, this is for me.
I love this as a foundational text for you because it explains why you are both a fabulous feminist and literary scholar.
Yeah. Yeah, important early books, important adventures in the 70s paperbacks in the basement bookshelf. Yep.
What are the other questions? The other where do our
where'd your cat's names come
from? So Sally came with her name. That was her name at the Humane Society, and it was just so cute. I think when a cat has a perfect name, there's you know why change it? But my other beautiful cat, Faye, her name was Tinkerbell when we adopted her, and I couldn't reconcile the name with the cat.
Yeah, she is not a Tinkerbelly cat.
No. So I decided to go with Faye because Tinkerbell is a fairy and Faye is a, reference to fairies. So that's how she got her name. Yeah, that's
Perfect.
that. Al, Purdy, and Pancakes.
Al Purdy is a pun name. Al Purdy was a Canadian poet. Al Purdy the cat has 2 R's in his last name because he's a cat, When I was adopting him, I asked Marcel and our mutual friend Claire if he should have 2 R's or 3 in his last name, and they both scoffed and said that 3 would be ridiculous. I had already decided as the 3 of us were driving to the Humane Society that morning that I wanted to give my cat a kitschy Canlit pun name, having just received like a month before my PhD in Canlit. And so I decided Al Purdy for a boy, Margaret Catwood for a female cat. And 1, Al Purdy has turned out to actually be an incredibly suited name for this cat. But 2, I went on to have like a really terrible personal falling out with Margaret Atwood. That would have made having a cat named after her extremely awkward.
Yes. It would have been complicated.
Yeah. I mean, Al Purdy was also like a shithead for sure, without a doubt.
He did, but he pissed on Margaret Atwood's car. So, you know. This is a true story.
Sorry. That's what, like, it's bad because it was definitely just an example of, like, the way that the older male poets sexually harassed young women entering into their social sphere.
But she's really mean, and it's also very funny. Listen, it's complicated.
Okay. Everything is complicated. You know, when Gwendolyn McEwen was getting a divorce from Milton Acorn, her absolute nightmare of an emotionally abusive husband, Al Purdy helped her get the divorce, and Margaret Atwood made the decision to go to Milton Acorn's special celebration party instead of the Governor General's Award where Gwendolyn McEwen was winning. So sometimes... I mean, Al Purdy helped her get the divorce reluctantly because he had proof that Milton Acorn had been cheating on her. He definitely didn't do it out of a feminist allegiance. Anyway, if anybody's interested in that story, which is great, I really recommend that you read Andrea Bennett's excellent essay collection, Like a Boy But Not a Boy, published with Arsenal Pulp Press, blurbed by me. It was the first book I ever blurbed. It made me feel famous. But also the book rules. It's primarily about being a non-binary gestational parent and like complex relationships to gender and parenting and nursing. It's an absolutely remarkable essay collection. And it ends with this great essay about Gwendolyn McEwen.
Incredible.
And also about Stephen Galloway.
Oh.
No. Anyway, why don't we wrap this up? We didn't answer the question about fan fiction, and we're not going to. Why don't we wrap this up with one last non-HP question from you?
Okay. Oh, some of these are so funny, but
we could just do a lightning round.
Okay. This question comes from Stitches and Ellipsis. Go-to comfort food.
Ice cream. Yeah, it's ice cream.
Okay. Poutine.
Great.
Will you be doing more episodes with Neil? This is from Franny Frisbee.
We will invite him to come on as a guest on one of the main episodes when we hit on a subject that is appropriate to his research area.
Hard agree. This comes from KAlex814 or also possibly Calix. Your guilty pleasures.
Oh, I don't feel guilty about pleasure.
Oh, what a good answer.
I will say my indulgent pleasures when I am tired and burnt out are things like putting on a season of Taskmaster in the background and playing a totally mindless iPhone game for like 3 hours. That feels very indulgent to me to just like zone out and do something totally brain numbing for a while.
I like that. Yeah. Yes. I definitely have a tendency to both eat and drink my feelings. And so that's that. Yeah, me too. I think many of us do. That is why a lot of us have gotten fatter during the pandemic. And you know what? Getting fatter rules. Yeah. Taking care of yourself, putting your needs and desires and wants first.
Yeah.
Very important. Okay. Uh,
One more. This is it.
Okay, one more.
This lightning round could not be less lightning-like.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, I also have been given short essays as answers, so.
I don't know. I'm going to ask this question because I don't understand it.
Great, go.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Marcel. It's a Monty Python reference.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Listen, I can't help it. All of the years that I spent watching Monty Python, I was extremely high. And so
fair.
I don't remember any of the content beyond the things that stood out to me when I was
You know
high.
what? Holy Grail holds up. Hi. Hi,
Elliot, do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Hi, Auntie Hannah.
Hi, how are you?
Everyone, Elliot is here, so we're going to go.
We're going to go and I'm going to talk to Elliot.
Yeah, this is a real pleasure. Thank you all for your questions.
Thank you for
See
your
you next
support.
month.
Bye.
Bye.
Which please, make it make sense to me. Because a muggle in me just wants to know. Which please, make it make sense to me. Because a muggle in me just wants to know.